You got to be willing to accept the honesty that you're asking for.
That's real.
Yeah, a lot of people be wanting honesty, and when they get that honesty, it rearranges them.
Yes. For real, for real.
And so you have to be willing to create and hold space for a person you say you want to do life with.
Mm.
Not just the good, but the beautiful, ugly, everything, right? Them vows do not say for better or for better or for best. And what happens is everybody loves the for better part, but when they get a taste of the for worse, they jump right out of that thing.
Yep. Yep.
And
For
it's
real.
like I'm really sensitive to that now.
Hmm.
I can say that.
Yeah.
Vows, I don't think enough people really take time to understand what they are saying when they express these vows.
They don't. I joke around and I say I didn't hear my vows until I remarried. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. I first time I was oblivious. It was cool. But the second time around, I was like, oh, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
here's the thing, just because you understand something doesn't mean that you know how to do it. So here's the thing. Me and my wife went we basically lived like monks for 10 days. Went on a meditation retreat,
mm,
10 days, no contact with anybody, whole shebang.
yeah.
I walked away from that realizing this. People under people understand things on a devotional level, an intellectual level, or an experiential level.
Mhm.
But when you say knowing, if you know something, it's because you've experienced it.
Yep.
Devotional is what's happening right now. I'm saying something, you're hearing it, and it sounds good and you like it, you adopt it. Intellectual means that you've run it through some due diligence, you've reasoned and rationalized it.
Yep.
But experience, knowing, is only because you've experienced it.
Mm,
That's it.
mm, mm.
And so you can understand the language expressed in the vows, but unless you've lived the vows, you don't know what that is.
Yep. Real talk.
You don't.
Talk. Mhm.
And so now I can see, like, if we don't fix this tonight, this gonna linger for 2 weeks. It's gonna throw off. We need to have this conversation.
Yep. Yep. Might as well have it now, man. Just get it on out the way. And I struggled with that for years, Lord knows, but I had to learn. So
You,
I
I
get it
mean,
now. But
you
better late than never.
listen.
So,
I've had to. I would say this. I didn't know how expansive I was until I got divorced.
mm,
I didn't know how much space, how much I could endure, how much I could be with somebody, right? I think there's a difference between being transparent and being vulnerable, right? Transparent is like letting somebody see you.
yeah.
Vulnerability is letting somebody like be with you in your stuff.
Mm, hmm hmm
And so again, because I've already lived through my nightmare, there's nothing that life can throw at me that I care about. So
Yeah.
I'm raw, unapologetically me. I don't Vulnerability is like me taking my hat off.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Hmm. That's
But when you do that, you model behavior that shows other people how to do it.
yep.
And so my wife is very much, you know, a personality. She about getting stuff done. But what I know is how sensitive she is. I know her sensitivity in a way that nobody else does.
Mhm. And that's that intimacy. That's that deep intimacy. Right.
Right.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't I wouldn't have even known that I was capable of dealing with something like that.
Hmm.
Or I didn't know that this thing that we going through, we can overcome this or we can get through this because I hadn't endured a storm like that before. Now I'll be like, oh, what we doing? Yeah, let's get to this right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the confidence, man, put in some reps, you put in some years, you like,
And quite frankly, when you remove divorce as an option, it's just not an option.
mm, yep. Because I told my wife, I'm like, I'm not doing this again. We gonna thug this out for real, for real.
I absolutely understand the sentiment of would you rather be happy or would you rather be right?
Man, listen. Yeah.
Whoever said that the first time put their foot in that because
For sure.